It actually looked like from the art style that they just made like a complete like leap
haven't
over.
been here
It's like,
forever.
I must go back to my people.
Why do I think it was just here?
I must go. My dear planet needs me.
This is the exact same path I was on during my night here today.
Okay, so this is intriguing.
So now you have a thematic tie back to the original point.
Yes, we're back to where we started.
Now,
I feel like I'm in my
This is the
nightmare
nice
again.
one.
yeah. Now this is a great piece. No, I honestly think this is a great little piece of scene setting. It's kind of like, because you're obviously drawn in by the tornado dream,
Yeah.
and now that you're still like in this place where it's calm, you get this really weird disconnect.
Keck.
Yep. It creates this really eerie
Birds are
disconnect
so
between the
lucky.
original
They can
scene
always
and this
escape.
current scene.
Well, yeah. It's like you're expecting something to happen now. Hang on, there's something here.
Oh my god, I forgot all about this. Too bad I can't rewind that far back.
That's an interesting thing to say. Regret is going to be a thing.
Wowzer, Chloe drew that to mark our tree fort, so we'd always be able to find each other in case of emergency.
That is interesting. There's the boat. I found the boat.
Yep, I think that's when I got slammed into the lighthouse.
It is
That you are
indeed.
now definitely within the splash zone of.
Sure you don't want to be alone?
Sit down if you want.
Are you pissed at me?
I just wanted some backup.
I'm not as brave as you. And David is indeed a step douche.
I'm sorry you had to experience it firsthand.
You have to live with him. Has he always been this way?
Ever since my desperate mom dragged his ass to our home, I never trusted David.
And I like that, like, you know, obviously this is a bit too on the nose, but I like the fact that, you know, you're now comparing the whirlwind originally that you saw in the spot with the whirlwind of emotions now Chloe's throwing at you.
Ah, yes.
He freaked
Welcome
out on
everyone
poor Kate
to
Marsh
Ice
today.
Mania.
I know her. She's cool. Only that prick would bully her.
He has some kind of weird
And no, it is
agenda.
really nice. Like now
He
you're
has a lot of
literally
secret
dealing with
files.
the different sort of
Rambo still
tumults,
thinks
and
he's
it's like,
gathering
it's
enemy
just-
intelligence.
I'm very certain.
Did you take a peek?
This is the end of the episode, if memory serves, and so it's just a nice way of booking the 2 points.
Yeah.
It's just a really nice, like, added little thing.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to, but I realized I have enough mystery in my life.
I'd like to find out. I bet he's got some serious porn in there.
Ugh.
Good thing you didn't look. He's a total surveillance fetish. Where are there spy cams in the house?
I knew you didn't know. Chloe, your house is under
Which
surveillance.
means
What are you talking about?
he know,
There are
he's gonna
cameras
know
all over the house.
She was there.
Yep.
I saw it on a monitor in the garage.
I knew it. He's so hella fucking paranoid. I'll keep this a
That's good.
secret for now.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
No wonder I'm so miserable. Everybody in this town knows everybody's secrets.
What's Nathan's secret?
He's an elite asshole who sells bad shit cut with laxative. And he dosed me with some drug in his room.
What?
I met him in some shithole bar that didn't card me. He was too rich for the place and too wasted, and he kept flashing bills.
Just tell me what happened, Chloe.
Interesting.
Now.
I was an idiot. I thought he was so blazed it would be an easy score.
You needed money that bad?
Actually, yes. I owe big time. And I thought I'd have enough for me and Rachel if she showed up.
How much do you owe?
$3 grand plus
Fucking
interest.
Yep.
And before I could get a chunk of that from Nathan, he dosed my drink with some shit.
God, Chloe. I can't believe this. I mean, I do. Then what?
I know I passed out on the floor. I woke up and that perv was smiling, crawling towards me with a camera.
Go on.
Everything was a blur. I tried to kick him in the balls and broke a lamp. Nathan freaked, so I managed to bum rush the door and get the hell out. Max, it was insane.
Chloe, that is so fucked up. What did you do then?
I figured I would make him pay me to keep quiet. So we met in the bathroom.
And he brought a gun.
That was Nathan's last mistake.
Yes, police has already been a good option.
He's
Yes,
still
so-
dangerous, Chloe. Not just to you.
Oh, good thing you notified the principal. I feel safer already.
I won't always be there to save you.
You were here today, Max. You saved me. I'm still tripping on that. Seeing you after all these years feels like...
Destiny?
If this is destiny, I hope we can find Rachel. I miss her, Max. This shit pit has taken away everyone I've ever loved.
Yeah.
I'd like to drop a bomb on Arcadia Bay and
Here
burn
Again,
its fucking
again,
glass.
bringing it all back to the beginning.
Hmm.
Literally bringing it back to the beginning.
Not again!
My.
Why is this happening to me?
It's not.
Why am I here again?
Oh no, it's a ghost deer! Follow the deer!
Oh dear, no.
Follow the deer! Run, you fool!
Is Chloe still up there? I have to find
He
out.
just died.
Gotcha. Yeah. Maybe we should try, you know, a little bit further back. Or maybe not. That seemed to have worked out.
No, you're supposed to go that way.
Is it?
Yep, you're supposed to. Again, like the way they frame the camera on this thing is they really like camera work. I guess somewhat appropriately is really fucking stellar in this game,
Yeah.
and so it always brings your attention to what you should be looking at, and you just killed yourself.
Well, that's what we get past that tree. So, problem is she's not running. The shocking truth is that Rachel is the deer. Imagery. Symbolism. Do you see? Do you see?
I've never seen a storm like this in Oregon.
Not that it were, Max. This isn't Oregon. This is dark Oregon.
Lord, the
Yeah,
tornado
it
is
is
back.
Okay, we nearly got there. Oh. Okay, note to self: watch out for rubble.
You just said it.
Yeah, I
You
know.
just
I
said
know.
it.
I'm trying to. There. That's what I wanted.
October 11th? Is this Friday?
It's
That's
the
only
future.
4 days away.
So yeah, now this is the main hook of the storyline. So like, mechanics were there, which got your interest. Characters were there,
tornado was
which
headed
got your
straight for
interest.
the town.
But this is why you're going to continue playing the game because you want to figure out fucking tornado.
Chloe, you're here. I'm back. Oh my lord, this is real. It's real. Oh man, this sucks.
Max, what's going on? You totally blacked out.
I didn't black out. I had another vision. The town is going to get wiped out by a tornado.
Oregon gets about 5 tornadoes every 20 years. You just zoned.
No, I saw it. I could actually feel the electricity in the air.
Come on, take a breath, okay?
Chloe, I'm not crazy. But there's something else I have to
screen.
tell you. Something hardcore.
Talk to me, Max.
I had this same vision earlier in class.
Oh, I should tell you.
When
Yeah.
I came out of it, I discovered I could reverse
Don't
time.
paper over
Like
any
I
crafts
said,
in this game.
not crazy.
But high, right?
Listen to me. How do you think I saved you in the bathroom?
By reversing time? Yeah, sure.
I saw you get shot, Chloe. saw you actually die. I was able to go back and hit the fire alarm.
Okay, I see you're a geek now with a great imagination, but this isn't anime or a video
Yeah.
game. People don't have those powers, Max.
I don't know what I have, but I
About
have
that.
it. And I'm
You've got
scared
anime
shitless.
hair, and we're
You
starting
need
to play
to
this on the
get high.
PC, so you
It's
tell
been a hell
me.
insane fucking day.
Then again, like, that depends on the question of diegesis.
Yeah.
Are they the diegetic, or are we the diegetic?
What the hell is this?
Snowflakes?
It's like 80 degrees. How?
Climate change. Or a storm is coming.
Max, start from the beginning. Tell me everything.
So yeah, that's...
That was,
episode
well,
one.
that was either a snow or dandelion seeds, by the way.
Again, a really pretty song, but a bit too folksy for my taste.
I think it comes with the territory, really. It's this sort of game, you have to have the soundtrack to suit us.
Jose Gonzalez. Actually, I think Jose Gonzalez actually helped write some of the music.
It doesn't surprise me. I presume these close-ups are relevant to what you've seen.
To a certain extent, obviously, because we have not seen this guy.
No, it's probably another hook for the next.
Yep.
Stage directions. Look outside window.
Well, this
Everyone.
game was obviously older than Monk as well.
Everyone look outside window. Now!
I'm outside.
Look outside the window!
Here we go.
Oh, another hook. Excellent. Alright. This is doing it for me. Alright, that's it.
So,
Okay.
thoughts?
Right. It's from the initial premise of, you know, being a teenage girl in a photographic thing. It hooked me. It's done what it needed to do with the first episode, and that's get my interest. Okay, which is like crucial for an episodic game. If your first episode is not fucking spot on, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
Because nobody's gonna invest in the rest of the project. So it's done that, and it's done some. I think the actual concept, the gimmick is very good. It's implemented fairly well. I mean, you'll have to be creative in some senses, and you have to let your curiosity get the better of you in some aspects.
Well, it does speak again to the classic form of adventure games. It's like, hey, look, I can interact with that.
Yeah.
How can I interact with that?
Exactly, and you have to. I think you just have to kind of keep your mind open and actually, you know, try it out and explore. Obviously, because we're Let's Playing this, we're trying to be as efficient as possible, so we're not really standing around on occasion and watching and looking at everything. I'm sure after we replay this, I might have a look at it again and see what I missed.
Yeah.
Or again, what are options?
Well, you can actually see, so after the credits, you're going to have, like, because obviously all these games have, like, you know, choices in them.
Yeah.
At the end of it, it'll actually give you the percentage of who took what choice.
Yeah, The Walking Dead did the same thing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this as a, like, not as an episodic game, but, like, you know, the fact that it is by construct 7 episodes? Do you think that is going to harm or support it for future episodes?
Well, this is 5 episodes, am I correct? Okay, so each episode is a day. So so the pacing is just gonna speak for itself, really. It's a fixed time, which is good. You're not like waiting. It's not gonna be like one day is 2 days, another one's half an hour or whatever it is. It's gonna be well paced. It's fixed. So it's really just what's gonna happen in the next 4 days. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it's always the first thing if you're ever writing a constructed piece. Have your timeline fixed and consistent. Especially if it's like a short story, the timeline is short. In the same way, if this is episodic, the timeline is fixed. It fixed.
There you go. There's Jose Gonzalez.
Yeah, fixed in a very obtuse word is a weird word to say.
Yeah.
The point is it's all in a fixed day. So the best way you can put it is a day, and whatever you do in that is yours. So no, that's good. It's definitely designed for an episodic. I think it's best as an episodic for that, because It's everything you're doing in that fixed time period, and then just whatever happens in afterwards. So it actually, what it will do is set up the last episode for everyone to be ready for it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the best thing about it.
Speaking of like fixed time period, what do you think about using time as a mechanic and theme?
It's good. Sometimes the weird thing about time travel, in a sense, it just shits fucking continuity errors.
But see, this is one of the great things I love about the design of this game. So, while we had a couple of situations beforehand, you really brought it to light back in Chloe's room, where you were given one or two options, and you could go back and change your decision of each one until the point where you're like, okay, right, I want the story to progress, and then it locked it in.
Yeah.
So there was a really cool thing. It's like, you know, again, it plays with like, it's a nice marriage between mechanic and like a story.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like Max would go around a million times in her head doing this thing. Eventually, she'd have to come down in one, or she'll be stuck.
Yeah, and ultimately that is where the kind of, it's not like the problem like in The Walking Dead where it's just like you have to make the decision now. You have 10 seconds. Which one do you go for?
Yeah.
This one, you can think about it, and the more you think about it, the harder the choice is going to be.
Exactly.
And that's a beautiful thing. It's a hard thing to pull off because you have to make both choices plausible.
Yeah.
Right. They're going to have positives and negatives. And again, like you said, once you leave the room, you can't go back. You're not able to go back in time further than that.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing because then it builds up regret in you as a player, and you think, oh shit, now okay, I'm going to do more for that, and I have to balance it out. Or do I go just full tilt for something
exactly.
else?
Because when we were sitting on the bench, when she says, "Why didn't you stand up for me?" You're just kind of, fuck, why didn't I stand up for her?
Yeah, but at the same token, that's, you say, you're either living for that. You're either gonna have that or face consequences later.
Exactly.
So it depends. Like I said, they're both perfectly valid choices. It's just down to which one you think is more appropriate at the time.
Exactly.
But the problem is, it may not be appropriate in the future, which
Nope.
will come into play, I'm sure.
And like, you know, again, like, it doesn't go for any sort of like moral objectivism. Like,
no,
you know,
it's not. It's
all
it's,
choices given in this game are shades of grey.
Yeah.
Just whichever shade you prefer.
And that's good, because like I said, it's not an obvious like, are you evil or are you good?
Which is another reason why I don't like BioWare's ways of approaching those things. Like, are you Paragon or Renegade?
Yeah, but of course that's more so just whatever aspect they went for.
Yeah.
No, as a first episode, it's done fine. The plot it's a delicate mix of teenage angst and teenage drama.
Well, to be fair, like, it kind of have to be like,
it does. It's a
concerning
set,
characters.
it's part of it.
So, what did you think about the art style? Because I for one really enjoyed it, but again, I've heard complaints about it, which are all.
I can't see why, because like, so you're dealing with someone who is like into photography and is artistic. You can't have something that looks sharp and perfect like the eye.
Yeah.
You know, you have to go for like, that's why if you like, we walk up and see everything close, you can see it's painted, you can see it's sketched and all that. That's perfect. Like, in the same way, people don't criticize the walk. Like, again, I'm going back to The Walking Dead.
Well, it is the benchmark.
It is a benchmark, and people look at that because it has an almost comic book feel to it.
Yeah.
It's a graphic. You can see like the blood will have splatter on it, and it looks. It's not meant to look lifelike. That's not the point. The point is that it has a consistent art style with its setting and its characters. Like The Walking Dead is, comic.
Fair enough. So you're coming on hard. So you're saying anyone who has problems with these graphics are wrong.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm just saying, like, you have to look at how they have to observe.
The application of stylistic choice for the sake of thematic consistency.
I wouldn't say they're wrong. It's just the fact that they're not realizing that the art style is, as you said, intertwined with everything in it. It's just another aspect of how the game gets it over its character, gets over its theme.
Yeah.
Much like every other, like, there's anyone who's like in tune with their game design is going to do that.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem. So it's something that people pick up on, some people will not.
Yeah. Honestly, I think this. I've loved this game again because I think it's a really good like team thing for like showing what like a really good shot of like what is art but in a digestible format. Because again, going back to Papers, Please, we had to speak a lot about themes, execution, design, and all that. Well, now we can actually just let the game speak for itself, and it's really, really. So we don't have to constantly like hit you with like concepts of montage, concepts of like filmic perspective. No, you can see that, and it's easily digested, and you want to digest it because it tries to allow you to It allows you to see it for yourself, and it lets you want to be engaged, and it does not like say, oh, you have to go through these different film classes and these different photography classes to get what it's trying to say.
Yeah,
it says it right there for you.
Yeah, it's all condensed for you, and you like it or you don't. Again, if we're gonna talk, there are some positives to it. The main negative, I think, is the well, obviously, I would say I'm not gonna say that like no action is gonna be a negative, because you're gonna know from the outset this is not this is a passive game.
Yeah,
this is all about
the control scheme does not lend.
Control scheme is the biggest negative.
Yeah, I have problems with that. Again, this game is flawed, and that's one of the major ones.
Primarily, it's just a mouse control or like camera control mapped to the mouse is a bad idea. It'd be great if there was another way. I'm sure they're not going to really improve with the episodes because they're probably working on the same tech each time. So it's just whatever comes up next. You just have to really get used to it. Getting in control of the gimmick at the start was a bit tricky because like it's not really explained to you where those dots are. And it's actually...
Oh, it actually does. It's just that we missed it.
Oh, did it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, that's for you distracting me. Another thing actually was when I actually did have a puzzle for you to figure out, because of the nature of what it is, the solution is going to be quite obtuse.
Yeah.
So it needs to do a better job of signposting. It signposts the first part, but unless you've actually explored the whole thing, again, that where I was talking about the sprinkler and painting.
Yeah.
You can see the first part because it shows you, right? That was your clue. But then I had to expect you to explore the rest of the place to know the next part.
But to be fair, the previous couple sets from that, the hallway and the front entrance.
Yeah.
They both of them said rewarded you for exploring. So
yeah.
It was telling you exploration is a thing.
Yeah.
Now I guess the reason why you missed it is just because we have to be a little more focused.
The reason we missed that as well, and the fact that we just didn't go around the corner because we didn't notice it. We were distracted by a squirrel. I understand. Well, you were anyway. I'm not so much. But
squirrels are cute.
But what was I going to say? No, it was good. I mean, it is doing what anything when making a puzzle. It gives you the pieces. It literally signposted. Here's a sprinkler. Here's paint. Here's a guy. Here's a ladder, and it's up to you to make some sort of solution out of that.
Yeah.
So it's good in a way. Good. It probably just need to if you're gonna have more puzzles like that, just keep.
Well, you won't have too many like that. I'll tell you that.
Don't go too silly with it, because if you go silly with it, then you're kind of losing the. You need to keep the flow of the game going, and you don't need someone bogged down with a simple fucking time travel puzzle.
Yeah.
Simple time travel puzzle.
I will say, puzzle moments like that, they do come up a couple more times, but they're rare. Because again, going back to the whole thing with the adventure game, the adventure game, Seventh Guest and Yesterday and all that, it wasn't so much what you needed to do, it's more what is the sequence of events you need to trigger.
Right. Yeah.
This is more what do you need to do, because all the information is not only just allowing for the fact that you can go back in time if you miss
the information is there. It's it's up down to you to make
it's not even information, it's you talk to everyone, and therefore you understand the point of the game, and the point of the game is to talk to people.
Yeah, exactly.
So there isn't this focus on I need to do the thing with the thing. It's my whole point is to explore this world and engage the story it's telling me, which is a better way of doing adventure games now, the Walking Dead, Travis Tale style, more than it was back then, because there are so many times where I would really like to get further in the story, but I can't tell what I need to do with the Pokemon, the troll, and the bridge.
Yeah, it's well, then again, talking about those old games is a really bad point of reference, really, because at the same token, they were kind of flirting with FMV and all these new kind of aspects that are coming in. And even talking about the Seven Guest comparison to this is just not the best. It is not the best.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
How about we compare it to Yesterday?
Okay, so modern point-and-click game, it sticks rigid to that old format, does it well.
It does it really well.
Yeah, it does it fairly well. So, in that sense, it's trying to. Sorry, it's just trying to find a point of comparison between the two.
Well, let's put it this way, right? So, like, one of the major points for yesterday was the revelation in the antique store, right?
Yes.
That you had to, like, put the 4 elements in the cross, put the key in the cross and turn it, right?
Yes.
And that's how you got, like, the backstory for John.
Mm.
Here,
But it was actually, now I'll disagree with that. It was actually looking at one of the items up at the top was like the actual clue.
Yeah.
Of the backstory. So it wasn't actually the cross or anything like that. It was just to proceed to the
But
next
my
part.
point is, like, that was the gate. That was that was your way of getting into the next point detail, right?
Well, yeah, it was the puzzle. Like,
Right.
that was the puzzle to solve.
How did you find out about Dana? You looked in a room and you spoke to Dana, which is a lot more natural, it's a lot more intuitive, it's a lot more realistic, for lack of a better term.
Well, it's true to the actual point of the game.
Yeah.
But at the same token, it was true to the point of the game of yesterday. You're going on a fucking magical adventure.
True, but like
magical historical adventure.
True, but like it always speaks to like the classics, like moon logic of those games, and I honestly, like, basically, because I've always been of the thing, like, adventure games you play for the story, not for the puzzles. Like, the puzzles are fun, but you play it because you want to, like, figure out, like, fun world, fun characters. And
I would say that's a case for Seventh Guest, not for yesterday. Yesterday is more about the plot.
Yeah.
This is more, and this is the same. This is more about the plot than the puzzles.
Exactly.
So it needs to keep the plot good, or the plot interesting, and the puzzles just
minimal. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, adventure games, like, when I was playing them as a kid, like, I preferred the story to the puzzles. The puzzles were fun, and trying to work them out were fun. But, like, especially in, like, stuff like Monkey Island or Discworld or the rest of that, I wanted to see what would happen to Guybrush or Luton. Here, how do I know, how do I get a better read of, like, Max as a person and Max's place in the world? I speak to people. And we as human beings would help define ourselves and our position in the world by talking to people we consider friends and maybe not so much. It just seems like it's a more organic way of telling a story.
Well, like I say, that's not a detriment to the other games, though. That's the point of this.
Yeah.
Like, you can't hold that against other games because that's not where they're going for. Like, if your comparison there was Monkey Island, for instance, that's a comedy game. In most aspects, you can't, like, put the fact that, like, the Guybrush you don't learn anything about Guybrush through it. So you don't have to.
Well, it's so much not learning about Guybrush, but it's like, again, like, say if you're stuck in a puzzle, it's like you want to see what happens next because you want to get your next plot point. Except for now, you have to spend there like 2 hours. So, like, it's like the dramatic impact of the big reveal of whatever game you want to put in.
Yeah.
Is now gated behind us, and 2 hours later, it's kind of like, oh, that would have been a lot more like that. That's a really good revelation. Too bad, like, my interest in the plot is like waned a bit as.
That's a fair point, but of course, the important thing to remember is the reason they put in puzzles in the first place to make you earn it.
Yeah.
So it's best not to lose sight of that.
Yeah.
But back to the actual game that we were talking about after that preamble. First episode is good. It's got me interested. It introduced a lot of characters, minor and significant, and it has enough little plot threads to keep going. Like, you have so much shit going on, really, when you think about it. You have your own kind of, like, photography shit that has just gone way to the back seat.
Yeah.
That is fucking quaternary at this stage. Because you have the fucking the security guard acting like the dick. You have the guy with the gun. Then you have your own time travel. And then you have a fucking storm going to destroy the city.
Yeah.
So, you have a lot of shit going on, and
you also have, like, the your rivalry with Victoria going on as well.
That's another thing. So that's 6 things that could have that I'll have to be elaborated on in the next part, and no doubt there's going to be more to it.
Yep.
So if the first episode has done anything good, as in comparison to what I've said, it's that it's given you enough plot threads to say, I would like to see what happens next.
And also, like, I like the way that they really, like, they introduced these piece by piece. It was like. It was a really natural progression of elements. It's not like,
natural progression of the day.
It's like kicking the door and throw a plot at you. It's like you can sort of approach it in your own time. And sure, it has some level of sort of, like, marking out when you need to come to these plot points, but there's space out enough, so it's like you have enough time to chew on your issue of Jefferson and him looking for that photo.
Yeah.
But it also like threads in like, okay, Victoria's a bitch, fair enough. Victoria's a bitch, but Jefferson wants his photo.
Yeah.
2 scenes later, then you can really delve into Victoria as a character. So you have like Max's preconceived notions of her that you could get from the journal or from that small little exchange with her, you and Jefferson.
Yeah.
But then you come across Victoria at the doorstep, who reaffirms your suspicions about her. But then as soon as like you Jonathan showed this human side to her, and it's like, I'm not gonna like taunt you about this. She was like, she leveled out as a person. She was like, okay, I might act like a bitch, but I should have been that cruel to you, and I do apologize.
Yeah, that was another thing about this game was a solid number of characters. You got the impression that you were in a private school. There wasn't just like 5 important characters and nobody else. Everyone insignificant. Every character had a name.
Yep.
Every character had, if you talked to them, I'm sure they had something interesting about them.
Yep.
And that gave a good sense. The staff had names. Everything you had, the whole environments felt real. There's a lot of personal rivalries that you got a view of. That was good. Everything did what it needed to do in that sense. It's a good setting, good characters, good plot. It has everything good so far. Again, the only real negative that will probably be its detriment is the control.
Yeah.
And not getting too fucking soapy and moany about teenage angst. Just keep a lid on that is like my recommendation.
Well,
I say recommendation, like the game has already been made. I don't know why I'm giving them advice.
I will say like I don't think it's too much of like a giveaway to say that like the more pressing matters of the tornado, your powers, and Chloe's dead issues are going to take precedence over high school drama.
I would think so, but like I said, it's not having it's making sure that they're both in balance, that not one is overriding the other.
Well, we'll see that for the future anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But so that's enough for the moment, I think, for Life is Strange.
I just want to bring out one small point, although this is ancillary to the extreme. That yesterday I was like checking out my Twitter feed because it's a great place to get news. Apparently, someone was trying to raise a Kickstarter for Life is Strange 2, a direct sequel to this game,
like a season 2.
Yep. The person who raised that Kickstarter has nothing to do with Don't Nod. Don't Nod had no idea until someone pointed it out to him, and they were like, "No,
let's stop that."
Let's like
yeah."
But like maybe we'll talk about the themes they were looking for in this supposed sequel at the end of this game. But I just wanted to like put that out there. Like someone was like trying to force a sequel to this game.
Yeah, that takes balls. Like I don't gotta sit back and just go like I just finished playing Metal Gear Solid 5. But what I really want to do is make Metal Gear Solid 6 by myself with no backstory, with no. Actually, that's what Konami is doing. Sorry, I'm getting confused.
They were raising money to give to Don't Nod to make the game for them.
Then let them do that. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to have a whip around for them. Let them do that. That's their job. I know it's trying to be nice and all that, but that's completely unnecessary.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Fucking
anyway,
hell.
I think we should wrap this up, and we shall hopefully see you in episode 2.
Indeed. Until then, sod off.